Hey guys, Evan here for the Suave Seduction Coaching Club, Module 6 in Month 1, Body Language Basics. So you're going to be putting into effect some of the things that we've gone over, and you're going to be going out and approaching women and opening the conversation. Now when you're doing that, you got to have friendly, comfortable, relaxed body language. So I'm going to give you 4 key tips and 4 simple tips to kind of keep this as, like I said, to keep this as simple and as uncomplicated as possible. Now, in later months, I'm going to be giving you some more advanced body language techniques. But for now, we're going to be keeping it simple, we're going to be keeping it straightforward, and we're going to be keeping it focused. Tip number 1, soft eye contact. You don't want to be staring. You don't want to have piercing kind of eye contact where you're looking through her or looking at her like she's an object. You want to relax your gaze and you want to have soft eye contact. An example of this would be bedroom eyes. So in the following picture of George Clooney, you can kind of see that he's got that smoldering, relaxed, narrow, just a really soft gaze. It's almost like he's thinking about something sexual, or he's sexualizing the entire interaction without objectifying a woman. You could tell that if he was looking at a woman that way, she wouldn't feel creeped out, or she wouldn't feel like he was kind of objectifying her. It looks really soft, really seductive, and he's even got that coy, knowing smile. And one of the best ways that I know how to make that warm smile is just, I want you to, when you're talking to a woman, I want you to imagine that she's going to leave that interaction and go home and picture you naked. She's going to be picturing you doing things to her. And if you think about it that way, when you're in the middle of a conversation with her, you're not going to be able to help but kind of uh, give that little kind of coy, knowing smile. And she may even ask you, "What the hell are you smiling at?" But under no circumstance should you ever tell her. You should just let her know that you're enjoying the conversation and you're enjoying her presence. Tip number 3, break the touch barrier early. This is crucially important. Too many guys make the mistake of not initiating physical contact early on. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to touch her in a sexual way, but just maybe your hand on her elbow, a little tap on her shoulder if you're kind of approaching her from the side. You could even, one of the things that I like to do is comment on a piece of jewelry when I'm a little ways into the conversation. Like if she's wearing a ring on her finger, typically won't touch a necklace early on. There has to be more of a comfort or trust for that. But if she's wearing a ring on her finger, or a bracelet of some sort, you could just kind of leisurely kind of reach over, tap the piece of jewelry that's on her hands or on her arms, and inquire about it. Kind of say, "Oh, that's a little funky piece of jewelry. Where'd you get that?" Um, the point is to just break the touch barrier early. You could also reach over, if she's wearing a sweater or something, reach over onto the sleeve of her sweater and pick a piece of lint off and just say, "My God, don't you," just kind of give her like a little playful tease and say, "My God, don't you ever uh, wash your clothes, or don't you ever remove the lint from your clothes?" Uh, Anything to just kind of any kind of excuse to just break the touch barrier and initiate that physical contact earlier. And the reason you want to do this is because later on in the interaction, when you start getting more intimate and more sexual with her, it'll feel more comfortable if you've already touched her. Touching her uh, in a more intimate and in a more sexual way won't feel as awkward if it's coming out of nowhere. If she's already comfortable and familiar with you touching her periodically, she's going to be comfortable, more likely to be comfortable and okay with you touching her in a sexual way later on. Speak clearly, enunciate. You don't want to be stuttering or mumbling or fumbling over your words. You want to pay attention, listen, and speak slowly and speak fluidly. Don't worry about rushing to get things out. Just take your time, listen to what she says, and respond accordingly and thoughtfully. Other than that, I mean, really just keep things simple. Keep things focused and tight around these four rules, and don't really worry about how you're standing or what you're doing with your hands or any of those other weird, maybe idiosyncrasies that you're gonna have early on when you're learning this stuff, because you're going to be nervous, right? So don't worry about how you're telegraphing that nervousness. Just worry Don't worry about it, but just focus on what you need to do that's going to uh, telegraph confidence. And the best way to do that is with soft eye contact, a warm smile, breaking the touch barrier early, and speaking clearly. So just keep things to the bare minimum with body language for now. And like I said, in the later months, I'll be giving you some more advanced techniques and some things that will really ramp up your game and take it to the next level. So for now, just keep this stuff in mind. Go back over your training materials and get out there and start approaching women.